Welcome back to the final spin from the Cinch USTRC National Finals of Team Roping in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. My name is Ben Clements, and today we're going to find out who are the champions of the number 11 century. Now, when talking about the century means that two ropers compete together, but their ages must add up to be over 100 years, and both competitors must be over the age of 50. So these right here, some veterans of our sport.
Welcome to the short round.
Only the fast roping here in the short round. Best of the best hoping they're gonna get crowned. Only the fast roping here in the short round. Best of the best hoping they're gonna get crowned.
Turning the butterflies into goosebumps, turning them steers into saddles and pickups. Wishful thinking won't get you here. Practice makes perfect, precision and skill. I'm a believer, call me the healer. Champions don't have time to take a breather. Time to get loud and it's time to get gritty. I see you all up in Oklahoma City. This is what we all came here for. Let's go to the short goal. Gotta be fast if you wanna hear the crowd roar. Let's go to the short goal.
Well, you know what? In 1989, the USTRC kind of kicked off, and it's been going strong ever since for 27 years. And I don't care what part of the country you live in, I don't care what roping you go to, you have seen or talked to this lady that we have down here in front of us. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Miss Judy Daws. Judy Daws is instrumental in making not only this event, but almost all team ropings across the country happen. She plays a large part in this event, but she plays a small part in almost every team roping that happens all across the country. And Judy Daws has been a part of the USTRC for, like I said, 27 years. And so we are giving her a coat down there that says from 1989 to present, 2016. Miss Judy, thank you for all that you do. We appreciate you. Kyle, we got a good lineup right here. 20 teams have qualified to come back to rope here in this short round.
And here we go to the 20th callback. New Mexico is going to bring us Chuck Thompson, his partner, Lonnie Wright. They are the 20th callback to the short go-around. They will be followed by Kevin and Jimmy, and then Pete and Tom. You'll be the first three teams to go. Gentlemen, we're ready for the short round. That's the way to start us off. 8.98 on the run. That'll put them number one in the average. They're 41 and 41.
All right, it's going to be Kevin Blackwell and Jimmy Walker now with the 32.27. They are the 19th callback. A 9 and 13 will take them to the lead. Pete Winters, Tommy McClure, you're going to be second out. Get the money. Here we go. It is the short round of the Century Championships. All right, Kevin Blackwell on the head side. Jimmy Walker to the back side. Get you some of this money, boys. Here we go. All right, Kevin Blackwell right here. Jimmy Walker broke the barrier. We didn't need that. Kevin's got him on the head side. Now Jimmy Walker to the backside. Yeah. Smooth here. They're going to be 13 and 41. Their total in the average, they are 45 and 68.
We'll stay in the home state of Oklahoma at Wynnewood and Ardmore for the 18th call. This is Pete Winters, his partner, Tom McClure on the backside. They can be a 9:42 to go to the number one spot. Grant and Rodney, you're next. Darn it, guys, got a barrier at the front end. Let's keep it clean at the back end. At least Tom does his job at 7.5. We'll make it 12 and 5 with the barrier. Total in the average, they're second at 44 and 48.
All right, Grant Gilreath and Rodney Wilcox right here. Here's a New Mexico duo ready to rope. New Mexico duo ready to rope. They got to get it on right here. If they catch him in a 9:44, they'd be to the number one spot. 9:44, put them to the number one spot here of the average. Look at here, Grant Gilreath gets the nod. Got him caught. Now look at this. To the backside, Rodney Wilcox Yes, they're going to clean it up. 8-11 right here. We've got new leaders in the open. They are 40-08. 40-08.
To the top 16 now. We stay in Oklahoma once again for Steve Foster and Micah Lynch. Micah Lynch is a national champion. Micah Lynch is a 16th callback. He's also the number 1 callback. Donnie and Sean, you're on deck. This team needs to be 826 to go to the number 1 spot. They're going to lose the rope. Micah will be back a little later. It's no time this time.
All right, we go out of the Panhandle of Texas now for Donnie Johnson. At Beaver, Oklahoma, the Panhandle of Oklahoma for Sean Campbell. They're 30-81. If they get him in a 9:26, they'll lead it. 9:26, they'd be number 1 here in the average. Donnie and Sean didn't need the barrier, but they got it. Oh, and he tried him on fast. We're going to be no time. No time. We go to the top 14.
Well, let's go to some former national champions in this event. It's Mickey Miller and Greg Orgain. They've won it all before. They were 30-30. They need to be 977. They are Century national champions. They'll be followed by Donnie and Brad in callback position number 13. Come on, guys, let's do it again. Just like that. And they take the lead again, 7-98. 38-28. You guys are in the catbird seat once more.
All right, we're going to go now to Donnie Lindsay and Brad Smith. Donnie and Brad are 30-20 to qualify here. 30-20 to qualify. Donnie Lindsay, Colorado City, Texas. Brad Smith, Stephenville, Texas. Donnie Lindsay on the head side. Here we go. Got him. Now it's up to the world champ, Brad Smith, to the back. Oh, and he hooked him, but hooked him by 1. And they're going to be 14-55, putting their total at 44-75. They're 5th in their open right now, 5th.
Top 12 with a dozen to go. We're under 30, 29-99, just barely for the Palo Pinto, Texas duo of Neil Tremmel, Lloyd South. In my opinion, he's got one of the nicest horses in the arena. Hembry and Jones, you're on deck. We're to the top 12. They have to be a quick 8 to go to the number 1 spot. Lloyd and a pretty horse to the back end. They finish the deal. +5 at a 14 and 58. Thought he had them. It's going to be 44 and 57. They are now 5th in the average.
Your first steer in the main arena, then you transition down to the second arena. That's where we are right now in arena number 2. This is where you'll run your second steer, and the arena set up. We've got a shorter score over here in this arena. Some great cattle, great staff down here that works through things. But anyway, it's pretty much like a well-oiled machine. First arena, right down the lane, right down the alley, come around, come into the second arena, and by the time you get down here, it's pretty close to your time to rope. So you have just a few minutes to settle in, be ready, back in the box, nod your head, and then it's go time to see what happens on the second steer. All right, we're gonna move now to Mitchell Embry and Mike Jones. They're 29-71. These guys gotta be an 856. 856 to go to the lead. All right, come on. Mitchell Embry, Mike Jones, 29-71. Alabama right here. Get the money. Mitchell Embry on a great gray horse. Got him caught. Now Mike Jones. Oh, Mikey. They're going to be smooth right here with an 8-19, and we got new leaders. New leaders in the open. They are 37-90, and we've got 10 to rope.
We're to the top 10. It's Sam Jackson and Thurman Myers. Spring Lake, Texas for Sam. Thurman Myers from Muleshoe, Texas. Taylor and Thorpe, you're on deck at 144. We're to the top 10. We are looking at less than 4 seconds separating number 10 from number 1. 30,000 to the lead for the number 1 team is a big jump. These guys got to be an 891. It's the Muleshoe talent to the back end. And they're 11:48. They weather the storm off the wall. They're going to be clean, and 40 and 46 now has them fourth in the average.
All right, we're going to go now to Steve Taylor and Jehu Thorpe. They're 28.84. 28.84 means a 9.05 to go to the lead. 9.05 to jump into the number one spot of the average. Steve Taylor, Jehu Thorpe. All right, Steve Taylor on the head side. Oh, got him a good start. Got him a good catch. Now to the backside. Jehu. Oh, man. They got to get tight here. They are +5. They're going to be 15 and 87. Puts their total at 44.71. They are 8th. They cannot stand a bump for money as we have 8 to row.
Here's the 8th callback. Cord Albertson, Roberts, Idaho, Las Vegas, New Mexico for Kenny Zamora, another producer to the back end here. They need to be a 944. 944, and they're guaranteed a payday as we're paying 8 monies in the average. Henley and Leatherwood, you're on the on-deck circle. We are to the top 8. Buckaroo from Idaho has been roping good all week on a buckskin horse. He's to the head side. Kenny Zamora, New Mexico talent to the back end. Just a mid 9-second run at 9:44. Everything set right. Old Buck runs him up to the same spot as he has on the 20 steers previous. Kenny down and underneath. Guys, get him tight, get him dallied. There we go. Well, they wasted a little time. 10:69. It'll keep them alive. 39 and 14 on 4 is now number 3.
All right, we go to a couple of other guys that have roped well. They've been champions here before. They're 28.40, not together and not in this roping necessarily, but they have been champions. Abner Henley and Terry Leatherwood. They're going to be a 9.49 right here. 9.49 to jump into the lead of the roping. I'd give them no less than 7th place money. Abner. Oh, yeah, he's got him. Now Terry Leatherwood. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Smooth here for the 9.31. Hey, Clay cheered for you, too. Hey, they're going to go right there. A total in the average, 37.71, and they're number 1.
Let's go to the racehorse man from Paul Valley, Oklahoma, Jerry Bailey. His partner is Dale Martin. They need to be a 9.34. They'll be followed by Mickey and Mark. And you know what? Jerry will have to turn right around and come back as he's got 2 chances in the last 6 runs. All right, Jerry, let's do it. Around the horns. Dale Martin, you can make us rich. How about it? Yeah. 7 and 78. Nice run, guys. Talk about put a little pressure on them to follow. 36 and 14 is going to take the lead by a 1.5 seconds.
We're going to go to the top 5 now. Mickey Miller. Mickey Miller, he's teamed up with Mark Collins. This team right here, Mickey Miller's already in 4th place, the average right now. They've got to be an 8.44. 8.44 to go to the lead of the open. Come on, come on. Yes, Mickey's got his part. Mark Collins. Oh, Mark, he got away. He got away.
Let's go to Jerry Bailey. Ace Berry, they're the 4th high call. Nick and Gerald, you're on deck. 8-5's the magic numbers, guys. 8 and 5 will put this Oklahoma tool into the number 1 spot with 3 to follow. They are going to be a no time with the head catch. Doggone it. They go out of the average.
All right, it's going to be the 3rd high team back. Nick Driggers. Nick Driggers, a cowboy out of Georgia, now making his home in Texas. He's teamed up with Gerald Watson. They're 26.99. All right, Nick Driggers right here. Yeah, you wonder who he is. This is Caleb's daddy. Gerald Watson to the backside. They are 26.99. 9.14 to go to the lead. Nick with his part, good. Yes, sir. How about that? Now they're going to be smooth here. 8 and 58, and they are a total of 36 and 57. 35-57. They are number 1.
Nice shot, Gerald. He's been roping tough, but now let's go to Texas for the 2nd high call. This is Mel Smith and Gary Jacobs at Toller and Vernon, Texas. Gentlemen, you can be 10.07. 10:07 would guarantee you at least second, worth $18,800. EJ and Mac, if you're on deck, we are the top 2 teams in our Century roping. Mel Smith to the head side, Gary Jacobs to the back end. From the Lone Star State with a big black and white steer. They got him roped on the front. They've got him roped on the back. They needed to be 10. They did that easily at 8-11. 8 and 11 on the run. There's the new leaders with 1 to go. We're talking about 33.60 on 4.
All right, here's E.J. Williams and Michael Lynch now with 25-20. They got to be an 8:39. 8:39 to jump into the lead of the roping. 8:39 to be number 1. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens for these guys. Come on, gentlemen, let's go for the gusto. It's going to be E.J. Williams, Michael Lynch. And right here on the head side, they got him. To the back side, they're going to scoop him up, but it'll be a +5. They're going to be 14-11, and their total is going to be 39-31. Ladies and gentlemen, the win of the roping. Mel Smith out of Tolar, Texas. Gary Jacobs out of Vernon, Texas will take the top honors. Champions of the Century Championship.
Well, the first steer was just a good steer. Scored him out a little bit, and we went out, and I think we were 9 on him.
No, our first year was 7.
Oh, that's right. We were 7 on our first one. Then we went over to the second pin and drew another good one. I roped some of these steers this week. I can't remember what we were. 8-8, I think. And then we third steer was really good. Came back and we were 9 on him, and 3 good clean runs, 3 good steers. I was just focused on keeping the start good, not breaking out, and I know I've roped good all week, so I just hope we drew good, which we did, and gave him a good handle and high percentage shot, and he hammered him.
I was just looking for my target and went in there, and Mel spun him really good, and he was hopping across the pin. I just grabbed him and did the best we could, and then we just waited to see what the fastback did, and they roped the leg, and so that made us win it.
Yeah, we call this guy the oldest living 6. He's healer. Oldest living 6 healer. He's 72. I've only been roping 11 years, and Gary and I have roped about 6 years. He won a truck, and him and I won the roping. So we've roped together a lot. We've missed a lot together too.
Yeah, we've been roping quite a bit since '09 together. We don't practice together, but we enter together and rope at ropings and things.
Gary ropes really good, has for a long time. Got a new horse here last year or so, and he's roping really good on him.
Since I was about 14, I roped kids forever and ever, and then started team roping. Got too old to run down the rope, so started team roping, and it just lets old people rope and young kids rope and the girls rope, and it's just a good family deal. I used to really like to rope kids, but when you get to be 72, you can't compete with anybody. So, and they've got the number system where I can kind of at least break even a little bit roping, team roping. I like team roping. It's a challenge to rope 2 feet. I used to head for an unknown kid named Rich Skelton when he was a kid. And I
drug him around.
I hauled him around, and anyway, they quit letting us rope together. That was back before the numbers, and when he left and went off ropes other places, well, that's when I started healing. But I used to head all the time. Sold a couple. I've had 3 heading horses I've trained at the national finals. T. Willman won the world on one horse. I sold him. Anyway, then I quit heading and started healing. I just been healing.
I grew up in Northeast Oklahoma, and we're kin to the Woolmans, and his dad had a gas station. We roped the dummy all day long when I was growing up. And I never really roped off a horseback till I was about 40. Well, coming back from college, I'd rope a few times at my dad's, but maybe twice a year. Played an open basketball league till I was 45, and one day I called Dad and said, "Send me a head horse, I'm gonna start roping it." I was 45, that was 11 years ago. So but I learned to handle a rope when I was a kid with T, roping the dummy, and just thought I could ride a horse until I started roping. And then that was the challenge, was to ride. So I've gotten better. I have to practice so hard on that when I practice, T and Rich both have just told me that I got to work on my horse when I practice and not me. So that's really what I've focused on for the last year or two, and the handle in the corner and giving those guys a good shot. If the low number guys can rope behind you, the high number guys can really rope behind you. So that's what I practice on, is my handle in that corner.
I won the number 8 here in 1999, and I've been roping ever since, a steel rope, and I'm proud of my son.
He's 80, turns 80 this weekend. Steel ropes.
And I got another thing to add. I won the Century here in 2000. 16 years ago, a guy named Wallace Townsend, I won it. So I've won the Century twice now. So I'm pretty tickled.
About the same age I am right now.
Yeah. Exactly right.